here in the KungFu Cup. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Title Citadel, we have the blue Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg player himself. It is Rogue. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing T1. It is herO. Here we go. We are going to be opening up. And we get, well, it's rare. I think when was the last time I casted a Zerg player? True. Maybe during the 2v2s? On over the weekend. Over the weekend we casted some Zerg during StarCraft Evolution. True. We had a little bit of Zerg. But regardless, we have our PvZ here. Here he can be a very diverse, very intense player, going for standard openers, going for earlier Twilight Councils as well. This is a bit of a larger map, so we should be seeing a standard build here from herO, but we'll see if that stands true, if that holds true. Likewise, Rogue typically thrives in the mid game. It's usually mid-game regression where Rogue is thriving. There are some moments where Rogue is more willing to be a little bit more defensive, more economic, more greedy, rushing into fast hive and rushing into fast lurkers. We'll see what Rogue goes for this time. For now, Hatch Gas Pool. Hatch Gas Pool, standard open out of Rogue. herO likewise, Gate Expand into Cybercore. We go. So here we are opening up. Really, we're going to be looking for any kind of big tech deviations. So from the side of Rogue, we're looking for either early Evo Chamber, early Roach Horn, or early Lair. Whether we go for a Lair opener, a Lair first, Roaches, or Evo Chamber. That'll give us an idea as to how Rogue wants to approach the mid game. Meanwhile, we have our tech of choice, Stargate opener out of herO. Opening up Stargates into Oracle, into a third base, everything looking standard from herO. What we're looking for from hero's side of things in terms of tech is the timing of the Twilight Council, whether he goes to the Twilight Council as the third is finishing or as it's being thrown down. Likewise, when we see it, do we see it alongside a Forge or not? That's typically what we're looking for. Probe is hunted down. Third base now being taken. Bit of a later third here from Rogue, as he did prioritize his next queen. So faster third queen, later third expansion. Oh, okay, that I was not expecting. We were leaning towards an Oracle, maybe a Void Ray opener, but no, we're going for a Phoenix instead. With the Phoenix opener, herO, he will be hunting down Overlords. He'll hunt down the Overlords, he can hide his tech. Behind this, he could go for a second Stargate, he can go for a Fleet Beacon, he can go for an early Twilight Council. He's actually making even more Phoenixes, actually. Okay. Este herO. Never a dull moment. True. Never a dull moment with herO. As Overlords are being hunted down. And we'll see what he hides behind this. Again, the big benefit here of opening a Phoenix is lack of vision, lack of scouting from the Zerg player. As Rogue even gets supply blocked. We have a third Phoenix on the way. Going to be stopping at 3. 3 Phoenixes into the third. And then we're going to charge. Do we going to... Actually, he's making a 4th Phoenix. Wait, what? Okay. Building up into 4. Early Twilight Council. I mean, in comparison to the third base. Are we going Phoenix into charge? That would make the most sense in my mind. Going for an early charge opener. Ideally, okay, so when it comes to the grand scheme of things here, the goal of the mass Phoenixes would be to force out Hydras, I would imagine. To force a Hydra response, a Hydra reaction. There's no Forge, no +1. In my mind, it would make sense to go into charge, but we'll see. being considered to catch out another Overlord. Yep, there it is, charged on the way. As we just mentioned, here he wants to try to force Hydras. He wants to force Ling Hydra, and then wants to punish. Catching out more Overlords. Oof. That's what, 4? Yeah, 4 Overlords going down. Catching out some of the drones as well. 2 drones falling. Here it pulls away. And behind this, no gases. You can see here, no gases at the natural base. Forge now all the way for +1. Zealots are amassing. And do you see what I see? Early Eva Chamber, +1 melee. It's going to be Ling Hydra. Ooh, so basically, Rogue, he's skipping his Roach Horn. We're skipping Roaches. He's also skipping his Baneliness as well. Rogue is vulnerable to mass charge. They poke in. They only see Adepts for the time being. Okay, safety Baneliness. Very nice. Rogue is playing it safe. Oh, the Overlords. But thankfully, the Baneliness does allow Rogue to defend. Because here come the mass charge lots. Oh, but the nest is only halfway done. Not even halfway done. It's going to be too late. The army's coming. Charge is done. Charge is complete. It's going to be close. The Queen kind of still quite healthy. Lings, they attempt to surround. And we go for the dive. Yeah, we're diving on the Queens. All 3 Queens get lifted. No transfuse. 1 Queen goes down. And it gets 1 so far. Lings, they attempt to surround. It's still quite close. And it looks like Rogue will hold. Whew. And Rogue, he is holding on. I mean, Hero still had a very efficient trade. But what is concerning is that Hero doesn't really have much tech moving forward from here. Like, this was nice damage, but was it good enough? Here, he need more drones. Oh, losing a Phoenix. We'll finally lose 1. Here comes a mass link counterattack. Back at home, Hero should be fine. And Hero's taking up into Storm. Okay. Working towards Storm. As Hero does barely get another Queen. No transfuse. Wow, yeah, no transfuse. Another Queen falls. Now, I was assuming that Rogue would just try to drone. Would drone up from here, get up to proper saturation into Ling Bane Hydra. Did drone up to 78, true. Does drone up quite nicely here, and here comes the aggression. Banelings are morphing in, Lings are amassing, Hydras are going to be on the way. And without Storm, it's going to be a tough hold for Hero. Archons will help. But Hero needs splash damage. As Hero moves out. I do favor Rogue. Basically, the earlier charge timing from Hero had to kill, and he failed to do so. Oh, the Lings! The Lings, they flood into the main. The wall is not a wall. Lings, that's a bit of the natural as well. Hero turns around. F2. Yeah, he F2s back home. Turns everything back around to defend. Panic at a Hero. He's panicking. Oof. Nice lift. And nice lift. We have more Banelings morphing in the main. And here he has no idea. Here he does not know. And does he react in time? Oh, he does! He goes to the warp in, he splits. Despite that, ooh, a 10 probes still go down. Nice damage by Rogue. Here he is hurting, he's all in. Here is all in. Where are the Hydras? 6. Only 6 Hydras, but there are 9 Banelings morphing in. Banelings are morphing across the map. They're morphing across the map, actually. Back at home, okay, there are some defensive Banelings. Banelings roll in, they crash into the Zealots, and Rogue holds. Yeah, Rogue is holding on. Surrounds the Archon. There's 2 Archons left. The Archons do break through, though. Uh-oh. It's close. Casito. Yeah, the Archons break through. Not enough Zealots. Here he needs more Warpins, but he has no economy. He has no economy, man. He lost too much. Like, even one extra warp in the Zealots might have been enough to break through. And Rogue is running away with this. He's running away with this. He still has 82 workers, more or less an untouched economy. How many drones has Rogue lost this game? Four drone kills against 23 probes. That's how dire the economy is for herO. And again, the initial build was fine. Of course, we needed more damage dealt by the Zealots, though. It all made sense going Phoenix into charge, but failed to kill. Failed to do critical damage. And then it's been all uphill from there for herO. Bailey's rolling in. Ooh, they do miss some shots though. They miss some connections. Lings, they do flood into the main. Forcing defensive warpins. And rogue should just know. I mean, he's just snowballing from here, right? Like rogue, he's about to max out. He's up 80 supply. And soon he can just A move. Even into the Archons. He can just A move that. As here is massing up his Archons. Now, this is a little bit scary. herO will have +3. +3 is finishing up, and he will have a massive amount of Archons. If Rogue was taking up into Lurkers, I would say that Rogue he should easily defend. Even here, he should be fine, but herO does have a fighting chance. Spoke too soon. herO bleeds on Archon. Expensive losses for herO. Again, it's all or nothing. The goal for herO, the hope here, is that he's at least able to tank the Banelings with his Archons and then overwhelm. Let's go one shot, one push. +3 will be finishing. We'll have +3. Again, it's still just purely Ling Bane Hydra for Rogue. He will be able to reinforce with more Lings. He has 2,000 minerals in the bank. herO going for a split push. Takes on the gold. That's a kill, not a cancel. It's a kill. Lings, they flood into the main. Once again, the walls are... God damn it, herO. Lings, they flood into the main, into the natural. And this might not kill much, but it does force herO back home. It forces herO all the way back home, delays the push, delays the all-in. I'm going to say that herO, he wanted to wait to max out anyway. And he has. He's maxed out. Here it is. Here comes herO. What do we have? We have 10 Archons. 10 Archons, 5 Immortals, 30 Zealots. Lurker Den is too late. This Lurker Den is so very late. There was no reason to get it this late, this later in the game. Without Lurkers, herO has a chance. Zealot run right to the south side. There are Banelings ready. herO's pushing in. Plenty of Banelings. Speaking of... Oh no! Oh, Jesus. Okay, herO does split. Does split out his army. herO's gaining ground. As he trades very efficiently here. Yeah, Lings, they cannot trade well. Not against mass Zealots. Banelings, they do help out. Massive connections. Rogue defends. Rogue's holding on. And we have 60 Lings on the way. Now we have Skytoss. No shot. No shot that herO survives until Skytoss. No shot. herO is getting up to 4 bases, that is true. But there should be a massive window in time here where Rogue has Lurker tech and herO doesn't have Skytoss. The mass Lurker should be enough. It is 8 Lurkers on the way. herO, you're crazy, pappy. Thinking we can defend until Skytoss. No shot. And I say Skytoss, just getting the Mothership for now. Mothership is on the way to help support. Lurkers have arrived. They reveal themselves. And again, here he has no good answer to lurkers. He has no answer. What can he do? Now, if the lurkers are split and if they're spread out, then Hero can try to engage with Mass Immortal. But only if the lurker count is low enough. Meanwhile, we have 7 more lurkers morphing in. Could be 15 in total. 15. Down to 14. Down to 13. Down to 12. Oh my god. Down to 11. Okay, 12. 12 lurkers. Prism into the main. Warp in is denied. Denies the warp in. Here he rotates. And 12 lurkers left. Rogue going for a massive link counterattack. And Hero, there's just too many banelings here. He cannot break through. The Link Rabbi once again. The wall's perpetually open. Lings get flood into the third as well, into all the bases. Still run by top right. Probes are going down. This is critical damage. Critical damage at this point. Hero, he's completely all in. He recalls. Oh, recall. Okay, recall's upside. I was like looking for a base recall. Recall's upside, takes out an expansion, but again, Hero, he's losing everything. Hero, he'll lose everything across the map. His bases are falling. Killing one expansion is not good enough. Hero, he needs more than this. And he's pushing into 12, so to be 19 lurkers. Oh, good. No detection. Okay. Massive cloak. Overseer's not coming in. Hero trying to push through. 12 lurkers left. Banelings, they roll it in, and they will connect. Even inefficiently here, they shut down the Archons. So many Archons go down. And Hero cannot break through. Cannot break through. Does kill 34 drones. I mean, Zealots, they put... Oh my god, they got a mineral line. They got a base. They got an expansion. Hero. Okay. I mean, Hero is down to 13 probes. As we mentioned, the Ling Runby earlier did cripple Hero completely. If Hero was able to defend a little bit better against that Ling Runby, then maybe Hero would have a chance here. But Hero is down to 16 probes. The Mass Hydra catching out Hero Zealots. These Hydras are out of position. True. But the Lurkers, they defend themselves. There's just too many. Going for the recall. Okay. Does go for the recall. Diving on the Hydras. Lurkers out of position. Slow zone on the ramp. Very nice. But there's no storm, right? There's no High Templar. There's no storm. Lurkers, they do burrow. Mothership goes down. And again, this is the best fight that Hero could have hoped for. The best chance he would have had. But it's still not good enough. The Lunkers, the Lunkers, they pop off. And Rogue holds. GG gets called. Rogue, he does take game number 1. Whew. GG. Ay. GG, well played. Hero, he died like 10 minutes ago, by the way. Like, it was like Hero, he was dead in the water after the failed charge all in. But Hero, he hung in there. He hung in there for like 10 minutes. It was crazy. It was impressive. It was impressive. GG, well played. Hero, he did hang in there. He was able to muster up an army. At no point was I really ever fearful of Rogue outside of the big period in time where Rogue, he was delaying his lurker tech. That was concerning. He was delaying his lurkers for quite some time. But despite that, he still had plenty of banelings, plenty of Link Bane. And it all came down to that big run by as well, ensuring that Hero could not stabilize or could not recover as he lost 3 mineral lines worth of workers. GG. GG, well played. And with that, we're getting game number 2. Going to be loading into the Old Republic. Let's go. Let us go. But again, that was just a really unorthodox build out of Hero. I should wind it back and really cement that fact that Hero went for a quadruple Phoenix opener into mass charge into a 3-base all-in. That is not standard, right? Like no one does this. The build that Hero went for last game is very, very unusual, very unorthodox, very rare, very unique. It did fall on its face, and we'll see if Hero has something else up his sleeve here, if he does play standard. We'll see. Or at least more standard. As spawning in the bottom hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg. leading the series 1-0. It is Rogue. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Protoss player, the South Korean Protoss representing T1. It is herO. We go. Here we go, as we are going to be opening up. So far, so good. But otherwise, okay, sorry. Sorry, just looking. We're looking, and so far, Hatchcast pool, standard opener out of Rogue. Likewise, we do have our standard opener out of herO going for the gate expand into Cybercore. We're expecting a Stargate opener out of herO, but again, last game he did something crazy. He went, again, Mass Phoenix into a charged 3-base all-in. A very unorthodox, a very unusual build. Does he do something crazy again, or does he go for something more standard? And even something more aggressive that's still more standard, like, you know, Stargate open into early Glaive Adepts, to early Twilight Council, into like a +1 charge timing later on. We'll see. Eyes are on herO. He was crazy, man. He was crazy. For now, Stargate. We have our initial Stargates. We're expecting Oracle, but we have to wait to confirm after that last game. Do you have to wait? From here, we are going to be opening up. We're opening up. It is going to be Oracle first. Oracle opener here by herO into a third base. We were mentioning earlier that game 1 was very weird, very quirky, very unusual. Here in game 2, standard opener. Standard opener out of herO. Going Stargates into Oracle, into his third. And this is where herO should be looking a lot more comfortable. A lot more comfortable. A lot more in control. Adept shade into the main. Oracle does throw in the natural. So far, just keeping Rogue on his toes. Rogue does intercept though. Ooh, a lot of hull damage. A lot of hull damage missed movement there by herO. And Rogue so far is keeping up. It's keeping up, defending well. Rogue is holding his own. As herO does least force a cancel, does deny the fourth, will delay. At least some damage is being dealt here, but for the most part, Rogue is keeping up. It's keeping up. From here, the third is almost done, which means we have a Forge and Twilight Council standard timing out of herO. Looking like +1 and Blink into the mid game. So again, this is as standard gets, to be honest. It's they get more standard than this. herO threatens the dive. Wings are keeping up. From here, it's going to be up to the splash damage of choice. Should be Storm as the follow-up, but we'll keep it on herO. See if he goes into Colossus. Both are viable. Either Colossi or Storm. Oh, charge, not blink. Okay. Going for a charge follow-up into Archons and Storm. This is going to be much more aggressive, much more assertive. Once again, here he's hoping for a Ling Hydra. And he built up to 4 Oracles. Okay. With quadruple Oracle, you can force a cancel. You can try. Queens are what Ling in. Hatchery's getting low. There is not enough energy for a transfuse, which means that's a kill. Yeah, that's going to be a kill on the hatchery. Aye, aye, aye. Yeah, it's a kill, not a cancel. Brutal loss there for Rogue. Brutal loss. And I don't see a Roach Warren or a Bailey Nest. Not yet. So it does look like Ling Hydra. Wait, there's no Eva Chamber. There's no chamber. Are we going for a Spire? What's the plan here? Where are we taking? Oh, as the Oracles, they catch the mineral line. 7 drones. Oh my god. 9, 10, 11. 11 drones go down. Catching Rogue completely with his pants down. That should not have happened. 11 drone kills. Critical damage. Rogue now has to re-drone, resaturate. And where is the tech? What's all this gas for? Hydrogen. Going for the Hydrogen, but again, no Eva Chamber, no upgrades. They're going to be vanilla Hydras, vanilla Lings on 0-0 for a long time. Based on the lack of upgrades here, and based on the fact that we're still joining up the 4th base, I'm curious to see if Rogue plans on going for the Infestation Pit, and if he plans on spending his gas elsewhere on a hive. We'll see. We'll see when and where he stops, or if he just commits here and now. Because lack of upgrades tells us that he has no plan moving forward. Like, there's no longevity to this army. So either he plans on abandoning the army and teching up, or to just go for one big all-in. Yeah, he's going for it. And here is pushing first. Catching out some of the Lings, catching out some of the Hydras. Remember, Rogue, he's massing up Hydras behind this. Rogue is not droning. And he's catching herO out. He is catching him out. So Archon goes down here. He has to get the hell out of here. Still trying to engage, get into the Queens. Queens are going down. But that's still a lot of Hydras. And we need more Zealots. He needs more charge lots. Oof. Yeah, Zealots are going down. More Zealots are reinforcing. Here he does not back off. And as you mentioned, Rogue is all in. Rogue is all in. He has no intention of taking up. He never did. But these are rough trades to Rogue. It's being delayed, forced to fight ahead of time. Rogue, he might catch an Archon. Nah, he will not. Archons, they get away. Storm is in production, and the longer this goes on, the better it is for herO. Remember, Rogue, he just lost 11 plus drones. He has not been re-droning. He's still at 68 workers, 3 base saturation. So very low drone counts. No Eva Chambers, no upgrades, no Infestation Pit, no tech, no hive. Just purely Ling Queen. Pure Ling Queen. And the goal should have been to break the 4th base, but now there's going to be Storm to contend with. Like, I don't see Rogue pulling this off, unless he can catch the High Templar. If he can somehow catch out the High Templar and ensure that Storms are not a part of the main fight, then Rogue still has a chance. Oof. Rambai gets caught. Lings are cleaned up. And Rogue is just being outscaled. We have +3. It's going to be +3 versus +0. It's going to be 0-0 Ling Hydra. And again, this is by design. Remember, Rogue was all in. That's why there are no upgrades. It is intentional. What isn't intentional is the game lasting until 10 minutes. Like, the game was not meant to last this long. Not from Rogue's perspective. A little bit premature. You're pushing in. High Templar exposed. Uh-oh. Yeah, Templar exposed. They do barely get away. Once again, storming here on the Hydra and low ground. Storm on the ramp as well. And that was the final storm. That was the final storm. Hydras, they send in the storms, though. A lot of them do go down. Here he does trade well. And I believe he will have some... He has plenty of defensive storms. Plenty. +1 now begins for Rogue as he's been forced into a longer game. So forced into +1. Once again, here should not be here. He's getting caught out. Oh no! Yeah, he's getting caught out here. Templar exposed. Being forced to storm. Hero slipping up. Again, here he does not have to push. He doesn't have to move out like this. Just calm down, Bappy. Calm down. As I'll say, do trade well. They're getting on top of Hydras. And Lings are cleaned up. 2 Hydras go down. Behind this, Skytoss is amassing. Again, Hero's getting further ahead. And as I mentioned before, Hero does not need to push. We don't need to push. Just warp in defensively. Build up the army. And defend. Survive. That's all we got to do. I mean, these little Romites, they're okay. They're trading well. Into the Lings. Doesn't quite get a Hydra. Oh, yeah, not quite. Alright, going for the Doom Drop. Once again, desperation here out of Rogue. There is a chance that he can maybe catch Hero out of position and knock down the expansion. Hero's main armies here towards the 3rd and 4th base. So I guess towards the 4th and 5th. Not towards the natural. Doom Drop is coming in. Rogue is distracting. And how does Hero react? Yeah, there's that first storm. There's one more storm left. A Doom Drop into the natural. Mass unload. And Hero not paying attention, losing 2 Archons. Hero overextends. Hero slipping up. Natural base is going to go down. Rogue, can he even get out? Wow. Oh no. He's going further in. He's going further in. It is a one-way trip here. The overlords are falling one after the other. Heavy losses here for Rogue. And he needs more damage. He needs to get more done. Killing the natural is not good enough. GG gets called. GG gets called. Fails to all in. And Hero, he does force game number 3. GG. Whew. GG well played. As I mentioned, Rogue, he was all in. He had to end the game, and killing a base was not good enough. He needed a more critical damage there. In the end, Rogue did run out of steam, and now we're going all the way to game number 3. Let's go. Going to the ace match. I want to see Tectonic Destabilizers, most badass sounding upgrade. I mean, it does sound sick. The upgrade itself is not amazing, though. Oh. But here we go. Here we go. We're going to be loading into game number 3, getting into the ace match here. Let's go. Let us go. It's like, yo, Tempest can do more. They can do more damage to spores. Let's go. Crazy, papi, crazy. Ah. But here we go. We're getting to the ace match. We're going to be loading into Ruby Rock. This time on a much smaller map. Smaller map in the map pool, shorter rushes by ground. Aggression is more favored here. And we'll see if Rogue goes for an earlier all-in. Remember, here in game number 2, we saw that Rogue, he cut workers at 74. He cut workers at just over 3 base saturation, basically 3.5 base saturation for Rogue, before committing with Ling Hydra. Eventually, I mean, he was intercepted, he was slowed down time and time again. He was forced to engage too soon, too early, and his all-in did fall by the wayside. He missed his timing. This time we'll see if he does try to hit an earlier timing instead. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the blue Zerg player. The blue Zerg player from South Korea. It is Rogue. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player. The South Korean Protoss. It is Hero. Let's go. Let us go. I see Laserist in the chats. Calm down, Bappy. You scared me. I was like, oh, is the stream okay? The stream's fine. Try to refresh if you maybe have some issues. Scared me, Pat. There we go. Here we go. So we are going to be opening up. Oh, as Rogue is forced to take the unnatural natural. Now this could mean that Rogue builds up in towards, say, like a German taxi, a Queen Bush. This does mean the creep will be spreading across the map even faster than normal. So this can be used as a bit of a launch pad to get across. I see este Chaderzo in the chat. When will you cast Legends tournaments? We no one's reached out about that, Pat. What do you mean? Ay. I mean, it depends on our schedule. I'm sure you're fully aware, but the Cranky Ducklings, we have a very tight schedule, and we do a lot of casting. Likewise, we're also based in Australia, so certain time zone events are not as ideal for us, depending on when they begin and when they are. So just depends on our schedule. Does depend. I think an example of that actually is, I think this week, the most recent Ladder Legends tournament actually clashed with Euthermal's 2v2 tournaments, and we were adminning the Euthermal event, so didn't quite line up. We were adminning Euthermal's tournament. So it just depends on the schedule. We do what we can. For now though, we're going to be opening up. We do have our tech of choice, a Stargate opener out of herO. herO going for the double layered pylon here. It does go for the delay, and we'll see if we can get it here in time. Adepts are coming. Their goal here to delay the third. So far so good. Rogue stuck on 2 bases. Yeah, stuck on 2. Pylon finishes. Rogue, he just wants to expand. Is denied. At the same time, Link to do step into the main, into the natural. They slip in, they look to delay. Getting 1 probe kill. Nice damage. It's something. Still not quite enough here, though, to make up for the lost expansion. Ooh, as we shade into the main. Yeah, he does get in. 3 drones go down. Brutal damage. Still no 3rd expansion. Getting up to 4. Do we get up to 5? 4. 4 drones do go down. Shading back to low ground. Oracle does move in. Spores not quite in position. No spores. Queen's a little bit too far out. That's 7 drone kills. Crazy damage. And again, the 3rd base just now begins. So delayed. So late. Rogue has to go for a desperation counterattack. Back across the map. There's no 3rd expansion. herO's taking. Yeah, herO's taking up. Early Twilight Council. Gateways as well. herO, he has momentum. And this may just be for Glaives. It's not uncommon here when a Protoss player gets ahead, it takes a lead, they just go for the kill. They go for the kill, go for the throat. herO knows that Rogue is hurting. As Rogue is still trying to re-drone, still resaturating. Rough position for Rogue. As we are mining gas, going to Blink. Okay, Blink, not Glaive Adepts. Getting into 4-gate Blink. Forge as well. Still no 3rd expansion. hero's just doubling down. And this is going to hit quite hard. Now, of course, Rogue, he's fully aware that there's no 3rd base. So Rogue, he does react and respond with his own Roach Horn. That will help. Building a bit of roaches. He's not going to be over-droning. But it's still going to be a tough hold here for Rogue. Still going to be difficult. As herO still has momentum, still up in workers, up in economy. And still going to be up in tech as well. This blink is almost done. Then it will be go time. Then we can just send it. Rogue, likewise, he hasn't made a drone in quite some time. He did cut workers at 38, and he still has not droned. It's on herO to confirm. As now we have 7 drones in production. Ooh. Bit of hull damage on the Oracle. Here he does get the revelation, does spot a couple of roaches on the way. Don't know if he noticed the drones though. Regardless, he's pushing. Yeah, regardless, he's moving out. There's 5 roaches to defend. Not many. Yeah, not many roaches. Oracles are here to support. Stalkers, they move in. And here come the stasis traps. Oh no! Ooh, brutal connection. Stasis goes off. And here you can just keep rotating. Keep pushing in, keep applying pressure. Catching out tumors. Containing rogue. As rogue, he's still yet to comfortably drone up. Still with the low economy. And here is building up further from here. Immortals are on the way. Extra oracles are on the way. +1 soon to kick in as well. Bearing in mind we have +0 for rogue. Rogue's just trying to survive, bat. Trying to survive. Base out the stasis at least. Does catch the stasis trap. And here's just going to back up. Yeah, it's just going to back up. We have the Bay on the way, building up and turtling up into Colossus. I mean, there's nothing pressuring herO. Gets a free queen. Free queen. Again, rogue is still not droning. Still not fully saturated. Now building up into Hydra tech. Was a stalker. And it's just a really tough balancing out here because the rough early game from rogue, he has to balance between making an army not to die, but also trying to drone up to have some semblance of a mid game. Has been rough. As herO rotates, gets into the expansion. From here, does force a recall. Please out 1, 2, 3, 4 stalkers. We do get a trade at least. But that's still an expansion going down. And here is far enough ahead where he can afford some of these worse trades. So he does bleed out 4 stalkers. Does find transferring workers. Oof. Yeah, 5 drones going down. Oh god. Could have been worse. Lings, they attempt to counterattack. Oracle's giving chase. Just diving on the queens. That's another 1. 2 queens falling. Even a couple of hydras as well. And also scouts. Now he's aware. Now he's aware that hydras are coming. Not mutas. He's aware of the follow-up. And here comes herO. Here comes the main army. Charge is finishing. +2 is finishing as well. herO will have that upgrade advantage. And again, rogue was just never able to recover. It was just such a rough start for rogue. When it came to losing all those drones, losing his 3rd base. Speaking of, the 4th does fall once again. Rogue just can't expand. Cannot expand. Yeah, Link counterattack doesn't even get the cannon. Cannon survives. And here he's soon going to max out. He's soon to max out. The issue here, rogue technically, I mean, what do we say all the time? The soup lies, right? The soup does lie. Rogue, he does have inflated army supply due to all the roaches. Likewise, rogue has a worse economy, so he doesn't really have any sustainability either. And due to the worse economy, there's no tech, right? There's no infestation bit, no lurker den, no hive either. So one army is not quite like the other. herO, he is miles ahead here and he will dominate the main fight. The best chance that rogue has is to engage with herO a portion at a time. For example, herO, this is half the army. He has half the army being active on the right-hand side. If herO can collapse and focus on this one army, on this one portion, then he can maybe pick herO apart. Speaking of, you can see herO respond with his entire army here, setting up for the surround. herO going for a split push. And herO will surround. Not bad. Collapsing in the army. And the Biles. Ooh, Biles connect. herO force a recall. But he's had a good chunk of army. At the same time, though, here he's gaining ground. But again, recall's now on cooldown. He has to be careful. Here he has to be careful. Will pull away. herO wants that army. And again, he knows the recall's on cooldown. And here is cornered. Here he is cornered. Couple of swipes off. Lings going down. Can herO break through? Oh, he barely can with the Stalkers at least, but the Colossus, yeah, the Colossus is a forfeit. Stalkers, they blink away. And again, these are the best fights that herO could have hoped for. He caught the army twice on its own, half at a time. Oh, well, go up with the stasis trap. The stasis traps, though. Yeah, stasis traps catching the army in half, and now herO, he just snowball out of control. He just push in. Remember, in a main head-on fight, herO is favored. And herO is falling apart here. He could fight a portion at a time, but everything together, no shot. No shot. Not like this. Losing the Hydras, the Roaches, the Ravagers, herO plummets in supply, and this is where the economy comes into play. herO cannot rebuild, cannot remax. herO could. herO, the reality is he could afford those losses. Did take some heavy losses, but herO, he had the economies to sustain it. herO does not. herO does not. As herO, he's still under 3 base saturation. Still on 64 workers. herO now pushing out, he rotates. This time with everything. And herO knows he cannot defend. So he cannot hold on, cannot defend. Knocking down the expansion. herO is going for the base trade. It's the only chance he has. Does second guess himself. It turns around. Oof. Yeah, a little bit of indecision there, but herO turns back around. He's gonna try to make a stand. It's just Roach Hydra. No Ravagers, no Lurkers. We have a couple of Vipers in production. But at the same time here, he's got Tempest on the way. Tempest, Dark Shrine. You could argue that herO could be a little bit more cavalier here. A little bit more cavalier, pushing forward and be more aggressive. hero's just playing it safe. And here he does with his Vipers. He sees. He's got to respect them. Vipers are gathering energy. Hero rotating once again. Rotates over and knocks down another expansion. Rogue, he does throw down the Lurker Den, so he's been slowly taking up. He's slowly getting there. I'd be more concerned for Hero if he didn't have Skytoss amassing. If he was fixated on a ground army, then that would raise concerns, but we have 5 Stargates on the way. It's a lot of Stargates. It's going to be a lot of Skytoss. And here's having to trade. Oh, nice abductions. Takes out both Colossus. Catching out the Colossus, the Immortals as well. Very nice abductions. Better pickups here for Rogue. But remember, this army just doesn't scale well. It doesn't scale well into a longer game. We have to get rid of these roaches. More importantly, we need to drone. We need to oh no! We need to drone up. Zello drop into the main. Can he kill the hive? It's close. Can he get it? Oh my god. One more swipe. And he does not. Oh my god. Just barely the hive does survive. Clutch transfuse. 15 HP. He wants it. He wants that hive. Hero's not going to get it. Prism goes down. Rogue is moving in. Now, if we can abduct all the Tempest. Ooh, does spend an abduction on the Archon. Takes on 2 Archons. Tempest are revealed. He reveals the Tempest. Mass Cloak, no detection. Hydra deflected. And Rogue has to pull away. Yeah, 0 Overseers with the main army. 7 Overseers morphing in. Rogue, he has no mining, by the way. Oh my god. He's got, what, half a base mining? He's just lost so many expansions. He has no economy. This is all he has. Zelrun as they continue. There's nothing left to run by. He might even just kill the expansion. Yeah, it's a load from earlier from the Vipers. Natural goes down before the main. He wants the main as well. And Rogue's going to be knocked down to 1 expansion. One base left. 1 hatchery remaining. No lair, no hive. Storm's coming in. Massive storm. Oh my god, the storm. He just takes it. GG gets called. He showers in the storms. And herO, he'll take the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played again. Just a very brutal start there for Rogue. Winding it back, Rogue, he bled out a bunch of workers. He had no 3rd expansion. The early adept in Oracle harass was insane from herO, and Rogue fell behind early on, and he stayed behind. He was never able to recover economically. He never got up to 4 base saturation. He struggled to even get up to 3 base saturation, just playing from behind there. There were a couple of nice moments for Rogue where he was able to catch out portions of the army. There were some nice moments, but only moments, really. Like, we needed more than just that. herO did slip up, but once again, as we try to emphasize, herO could afford to make mistakes. The reality is that he was far enough ahead where he could make mistakes and still take a lead and still get ahead, still maintain himself. GG, well played. Whew. With that, herO, he will advance on to the grand finals, and we have our best of 5 soon to be ready for us. It's going to be a best of 5 here between herO and Clem. But a shout out to Rogue for, of course, making it to the semis and for providing some Zerg gameplay, as it's a rarer sight nowadays. Well, we appreciate it. Do appreciate it. As we are setting up. So just catching up with the chat. Catching up. Here we go. With that, we are going to be going on a short break. And when we come back, we will have our best of 5 finals. We'll have herO versus Clem in that best of 5. See you soon. After the short break.